People, get this though, they're addicted to opioids. And some of them have gone to great lengths and even desperate measures. Check out this latest story.
Some people addicted to opioids are now turning to an over-the-counter alternative to get high.
They are taking dangerous doses of widely available gastrointestinal medications.
First, it was Sudafed. Now it's Imodium AD people are misusing to get high. According to a medical report published in the Annals of Emergency Medicine, the anti-diarrhea medication has growing appeal with substance abusers because it's cheap and readily available over the counter.
I don't know why anybody would want to get high off diarrhea medicine.
And joining us to discuss this is Dr. Sue Satcher, who, as a gastroenterologist, I don't know if you're seeing cases of this, but it's kind of frightening when I looked at the people who are abusing this. They're taking up to 300 pills a day of anti-diarrheal.
Wow. Yeah, they are. And actually, the intended dose is only 16 milligrams a day, up to 16 milligrams. These people are taking 600 milligrams. It's a crazy trend. It's dangerous, but they're getting this high. They're getting this euphoria from it, and they keep going.
Because the active ingredient is an opiate.
Right, so it's loperamide hydrochloride is the active ingredient, and there's opioid receptors throughout our gut, which is what they're meant to bind to. But once you've saturated those, now it's going elsewhere. It can cross that blood-brain barrier, get into your brain, and create the same sort of effect.
We know those medications will slow down the activity of your gut, right?
Right.
I mean, taking that many of them, can't you get constipated? And
right. I mean, I don't know how they're dealing with the constipation part of it, but I mean, when you read these, web posts, and there's been a 10% increase in the amount of people logging on and saying why would you use Vicodin and narcotics when you could use Imodium? There's no social stigma, it's cheap, it's legal. I mean, these people are abusing it like there's no tomorrow.
So if you're at home watching right now thinking, oh, holy grail, not at all. And we cannot even begin to tell you all the potential side effects of this. A lot of times you'll even talk to people who are in the hospital who've had a surgery done, and afterwards they'll get morphine, and they'll say that the resulting constipation was worse than the actual surgery. Right. But when you're talking about abusing these specific anti-diarrheal pills, what can go wrong?
So it's not really anything related to the high or the euphoria that ends up killing these patients. And these patients are dying because they don't know. They think, oh, it's over the counter. It can't be that dangerous. But it's what it's doing to your lungs, the arrhythmias, these patients showing up who need to get their stomachs pumped. You're familiar with that. I mean, it's the heart and lung consequences which are killing these patients and literally killing these patients.
Are we at a point now where we need to restrict access to this entire class of medicines?
It's interesting because the FDA actually issued a warning in June, earlier this summer, warning people about this so that they would be more aware that potentially this could be happening. But when it first came out back in the 1970s, it was actually a controlled substance, and then they made it so you didn't have to have a prescription. So it makes you wonder, 2011 to 2014, 71% increase in calls to poison control centers. I mean, just from taking loperamide.
I don't get why they're not just adding it to the list. Like when I went to buy cold medicine the other day, I had to show them my driver's license and they scanned it. They need to put Imodium in that list, it sounds like.
It's going to be there. I mean, I think this is really making everyone take a look at it again and reevaluate, well, should this be locked up, even like the infant formula?
It's a shame that it's come to that, but what other solution is there?
And it just shows you our society has gotten so desperate
that
they will literally constipate themselves to feel that way.
Well, and it's sad, and obviously we have to, before we close the segment, tell anyone out there, if you're suffering with a drug addiction, seek help, because sometimes what seems like a quick, easy solution, like going to the over-the-counter drugs, maybe that's a quick solution, but it could also be deadly. We'll have resources on our website. Dr. Satcher, thank you so much for sharing your insight.
Thanks for having me.